We're live.
Well, hello, folks. We are live, and we are going to talk with Catfish Pirates tonight about their uh, gathering and tournament for veterans.
Hold on. Okay, guys. First of all, you've seen them before on other shows and things, but something that doesn't get old is helping veterans. So tonight, like Thomas said, we're going to have the Catfish Pirates telling about their gathering and their tournament. So, without further ado, let's bring them on. Your video.
Now you done messed me up.
How long is that?
Well, it's just going to be a few minutes.
I'm Roger Dytmire. A lot of people know me as Alan. I'm a founder of Catfish Pirates here in Muncie. We are a group. Do tournaments here and there all over the state. Got a lot of involvement with catfishing in the community, and this year we decided to put on a huger event with the help of the city, and we decided to reach out and make this a benefit event in Delaware County and surrounding counties. And we reached out to the AMVETs Post 12 in Norton, and it's tell you what, it's become a major event. A lot of people jumping in. Got a bike ride this morning. We're going to kick off around 9 o'clock. We end up at the reservoir around 2. Hog roast, all kinds of food. Everything's free there. A lot of raffles and free door prizes. The whole goal of this is to raise money for the veterans. So all of our entry fees that we're bringing in for the tournament will go directly to the veterans. The bike ride, all of that they generate will go to the veterans. And we're also going to try to generate a little more funds out there at the gathering today as well. Our goal today is to raise $5,000. That's my goal. I hope we can raise more, but this is the first year that we're doing this, so it's kind of a baseline to get us started. But we have, like I said, we have 134 sponsors nationwide and local, and the outpouring for this event has been amazing. So I'm hoping next year we can grow it a little bigger. Definitely going to be a huge.
Okay.
All right, that was from last year's event. Alan, is there anything different from last year than to this year?
A lot of new sponsors. We retained most of our sponsors, not all of them, but we put a lot of new. And some of the things that we're doing this year, generally it's the same.
Okay, one of us is having audio problems. It's probably us, so I will close out my screen on the other screen. I don't know if that's causing the audio issue or not, but we'll find out. Because you're breaking up, so we'll see what happens now. Like I said, that was, folks, that was their intro for 2022. I'm sure everything is the same, other than, like Alan said, more sponsors this year.
Okay, we have a few people in chat. We have the Lucky River Rat, Skeeter, Aaron, Mark Dillon, Robin C., and Brad Becks. He said he's fished the tournament for the last 3 years and plan to be there this year. Great tournament, great event. There's Backyard Carp. Okay, that's all I see. So let's get started.
So what new sponsors do you have this year, Alan?
And to name them right off we picked up a lot of newer look helped us with buying things for the.
Okay, Alan, you're breaking up a lot. Do you want to try going out and coming back in? See if maybe
Yeah,
that will fix that.
Yeah.
We're having a hard time understanding what you're saying.
So when
All right, folks, we're just waiting on Alan to come back in, see if maybe his connection was bad or if it's just our crappy internet. Because we don't know if it's our internet or his connection. So now Alan is back. We can
Can you
find
hear me?
out. Yeah, we can hear you.
Hear me better?
just a little, yes, we hear you better. There's Palmetto.
All right. Again.
All right, Alan. So how did this get started? How did you guys come up with this? And I guess the better question is, why did you come up with this?
Well, we've been running this group itself for about 9 years. We're a CPR. So right here in the middle of Indiana, there's pay lakes all over the place, and we hate, can't stand them. They're just the things that they're doing as far as taking the trophy fish out of our local waterways is just awful.
Yeah, I was showing Sharina a pay lake contest today, and it's just amazing how many people are around that little lake fishing for catfish, and
Yep.
all they could do is just cast out straight in front of them, and that's all they could do.
A lot of people don't understand that the trophy catfish, they get commercial fish out of our natural water. They get dumped in these little ponds. They get caught over and over, they die. And the commercial guys go back out, get another load of fish, and they just keep revolving over and over.
I don't know. Do they have?
But we were looking at this. It was an opening day tournament for this year, and there had to have been 75 to 100 people fishing
Yeah.
around a small pond,
Yeah.
fishing for catfish, and all they could do was just cast straight out for a pay lake.
It's for them, it's all about money.
But I understand why people don't like pay lakes, because that was just unreal. 75 people fishing all in one small little pond, trying to catch fish.
It's not the farm raised pay lakes. That's not the problem. It's the one that pushes trophy catfish.
But I understand why people don't like pay lakes, because to me, they're after seeing that, I was wondering, well, how can people actually do that if they can't fish anywhere other than straight out in front of them? But it also does take trophy catfish out of our rivers to put in pay lakes.
And most of these pay lake stuff, you don't have to have a fishing license to go catch them.
Yeah. But you say you've been doing this tournament for 9 years.
Well, we've had our group for 9 years.
Oh, your group for 9 years. So do you always have your tournament in the same lake, or do you pick other lakes to have it in?
We've done it in a few other like, but
And
since we started doing the benefit, it's strictly in one lake of our city of Huntington.
okay, who's that other gentleman you have with you?
John Reader, campus commander.
Okay, your audio is breaking up a little bit still.
I'm the Sun's commander, John Reader. I'm the local commander here for the post. I represent our AMVETS or family.
And how did AMVETS become a part of this?
Me and Roger goes back to high school together. And Roger seen my postings on Facebook page and stuff, see all the stuff I do for people. And Sun's AMVETS is strictly to remember any and all veterans who never be forgotten.
Yeah, because you have the American Legion where, all veterans are welcome, and then you have the VFW where you can only be a part of it if you are a veteran from a foreign war. So they have their different.
They're basically part of the big three. And that's the American Legion, and AMVET, and the VFW. They all do take care of all the veterans, but we all have our different
criteria for joining.
protocols, military. No, it doesn't matter what military, but the only difference is we all have our own political agenda to get veterans taken care of in our own unique way.
Right, but I know with VFW, I can't join because I didn't serve on foreign soil.
Exactly. The AMVETS doesn't matter as long as you serve our country and have an honorable discharge, you can join our organization.
Right. Like I say, they all have their own different criteria for being able to join. See Maurice Cason's down in here. We got takedown catfishing, backyard carp. Mark Dillon, thanks for coming and joining chat. So, Alan, your tournament is Saturday, May 27th. What all goes on during your tournament?
We after we get everybody signed up, we go over the rule captain's meeting. Make sure we're very clear on all the rules. That's important thing. And then we get everybody launched, and then everybody goes out fishing.
Because I know,
just like
here
any other
on your
tournament.
flyer that we have,
Yep.
2 p.m. you have a, what is it, a dinner?
Yep, pretty much like a big cookout, really. Hog roast, all kinds of food. A lot of door prizes that we give away from some of our sponsors.
Last year we have over two hours worth of giveaways.
Oh, wow.
That's a lot of giveaways.
Yeah.
And we thank every
Last
sponsor
year,
for doing
what
it.
sponsors were giving away what?
We got everything from rods, fishing line, hooks, sinkers, terminal tackle, hats, shirt, just bait, all kinds of stuff really in the fishing world.
Now, are these just random giveaways, or do you have to like buy a raffle ticket, or what are we doing here?
No, the door prizes everybody gets that shows up gets it's a ticket for free, and then we have a certain amount of prizes that we actually raffle off for money.
Like a guiding catfish tournament.
Because I see you have Sea Arc as a sponsor. Are they giving
Yes.
away a free boat?
No,
we
Everybody
wish.
likes free boats. I'd like
We-
to have a new Sea Arc.
we are trying to get something like that down the road, but
Well, we have a guy local giving away housing and guttering.
Yeah, I got a guy that lives up north. He owns his own construction company, and he's giving a $2,000 gutter job away to a homeowner.
Oh, that's a big prize. Alan,
Yeah.
can you adjust your camera to show your partner there? All we can
Okay.
see is his ear.
I'm
Oh,
sorry.
that's all right.
There we go.
I'm just a brat anyhow. I'm not worried about it.
Yes, but you are a part of this, so you need to be
Yeah.
seen.
Uh,
All we could see was your
Ear.
Well,
left
we had
ear.
this setting up on top of a metal can, and I was afraid that it was messing up the audio.
Huh.
Well,
Didn't think
that
about
could
that.
be, but we couldn't see him. All we could see is just one ear.
Yeah.
And since he is a big part of this, we'd kind of like
Yep.
to see him. So for all those people that go up there, they can come up, shake his hand, help, thank him for
Yep.
putting this on, help being a partner with you.
we work as one family here. It's all about family. Everything we do here, from helping any veteran out to taking care of veterans in need. We out of that money last year. We bought 3 gray spots, opening, closing barrels for a veteran's family if they need it down the road.
Well, that's great. You said you was giving away a $2,000 gutter job. I used to do gutters when I was younger, and I know how much work is involved in that. So
Yeah. Yeah. He's donating that, and
Restaurants, most of our restaurants around here have been tipping in unbelievable for some stuff we're getting.
well, it looks like Steve was supposed to be in here with us tonight, but couldn't make it.
yeah, he called me, said he was out working. So
You got to make that money.
yeah, he does. He's a good dude.
So you're around the Muncie area, so Prairie Creek Reservoir. Do you plan on expanding your tournament to go to other areas, or are you just going to have it at Prairie Creek every year?
Right now, it's just going to be at Prairie Creek because our city's involved with it. So if we move it from the city and go to another city, then it might be a little difficult for us to get some of the sponsors that we've picked up.
No, I
And
can
the
see
help
how
we're getting.
the support might change if you take it to another area.
Yes.
So what fish do you have there in Prairie Creek Reservoir?
Primarily channel cats, but they're large channel cats,
Oh,
like in the 20-pound class.
oh, that would be nice. Because here in our river, we're lucky to get an 8-pound channel cat.
And I've caught some 20-pound channel cats out there. So there are some blues, and there are some flatheads, just small number. And there have been a few of them turned in our tournaments before.
So is it a stocked lake, or do they just whatever's in there's in there?
It's naturally been stocked over the years. It's been around since the mid '60s. So it's been over the years, been getting better and better every year.
It's primarily known as the walleye lake.
Oh yeah.
It's
I
in
don't
the top
know anybody
25
that fishes
state.
for walleye. I'm not one of those people. I primarily just fish for catfish,
Yep, that's what I do.
and that's about 3.5 hours north of us. I believe it's northeast of Indianapolis. So we're going to
Yes.
try to be up there. We would
That'd be
like
awesome.
to compete, but we don't have a boat with a live well. So if we compete, it's going to be from the bank. And you have bank positions as well, don't you?
Yes.
The lake has a lot of good fishing from the bank. Actually, where most of the fishing I've seen caught near last year was near my boat launch. So
Now, how many boat launches do they have at Prairie Creek?
Just one.
just the one.
Just one?
Yep. And I seen a guy as I was coming away in mine. He had a basket of three that he had caught right there that morning, and they's bigger than anything I had. And I had two that was 6 pounds. He wasn't even in the tournament.
Now, do you require your boats to have a live well, or is a keep net or a basket allowed?
Yes, they are allowed.
Okay, because like I say, our boat doesn't have a live well. Our John boat doesn't either. But we do have a keep net, but we rarely use it because, we catch fish, get the picture, and put it back.
Yeah, I don't keep fish either. But yes, if you decide you wanted to fish in the boat, bring your keep sack or floating cage or something like that, and you'd be good to go.
Because your tournament is 8 p.m. to 8 a.m., correct?
That's correct.
Well, that's a 12-hour tournament after eating all that food from the 2 p.m. cookout.
It is
How
a
many
very
anglers-
long day.
How many anglers stay awake to fish the full 12 hours?
You'd be surprised, most of them.
Because, can the anglers come in, do you, how many fish do you weigh in for your tournament?
Three.
So an angler can bring in his 3 fish after, 5 hours and still count? They
No,
don't have to fish the full 12 hours?
no, you have to fish the full 12.
Okay.
So the weigh-in is at 8 a.m. No early weigh-in.
Bank fisherman gets first priority. And
Okay. So I've never actually fished a tournament like that, so I didn't know if you could do an early weigh-in and call it a night, or if you had to fish the full 12, or how you guys do that.
I had some people I slept on the boat and just got up the next morning and weighed them in.
Because I know most tournaments, the health of the fish is the most important thing.
Yes. Yeah, and that's the thing that we make sure we emphasize to everybody, that these fish have to go back into the lake alive.
Okay, so it is a CPR tournament.
Yes.
I believe it said that there on your flyer, but I don't know if I've seen it. I knew it was a CPR, but I didn't know if it was on your flyer or not. But yeah, that would be a long day.
It is.
Shireen and I are hoping to be able to come up and fish that. But since we don't have to have a live well, which our boat doesn't have, we do have a keep net, so that does inspire us to want to be able to come up there and do that. Just because, we can have a way to keep the fish in the net and be able to still compete.
Yes.
Because being a lake, there's no current, so we're used to river fishing, where we have current, and a keep net doesn't really keep fish alive.
Yeah.
I showed up late. What tournament is this?
Well, yeah, sure. This is Catfish Pirates Gathering and Tournament benefiting American veterans on Saturday, May 27th at Prairie Creek Reservoir in Selma, Indiana.
And it's for the veterans, correct? And it's not, like it says on there, everyone is welcome to fish, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. And can you take the veterans out fishing also?
Yes. I have 2 veterans that's fishing with me this year on my pontoon.
Okay.
So I've also heard of another person willing to sponsor a couple local veterans to be fishing too. So
Okay. So, I know the tournament is teams of 3. So if you have a team of 3 but want to include a veteran, are they still allowed to go out with the team of 3 and just fish on their own?
It's just a 3-team limit. So
so
if we find a veteran that needs a spot, we will try to get him on a boat.
okay.
Okay, so if Shereen and I show up with our boat, we're just 2 people. We can add whatever veteran that needs a boat.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
yes, yes.
Okay. So, how do people get entered to this?
Well, since
Show up
Serena
that
didn't say it loud enough, how do people sign up for this? Do you sign up the day of the event? Can you pre-register?
The day at the event. Last year we did it during the gathering. We're not going to do that this year. So this year we're going to do all the sign up for the tournament down at the boat ramp, probably starting around 6 o'clock.
How many boats and bank anglers are you expecting?
This year I'll be surprised if we don't get between 40 and 50 boats.
Wow, is the lake big enough to support that many boats?
Yes.
I've never been there, so I don't know what it is.
Yes.
It's easy. There's enough room for almost 100 boats easy.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that's a big lake.
It's not a huge
One.
reservoir, but it's big enough to support that.
They've had BSS tournaments.
What kind of entry fees are we looking at for this?
$80 for a boat team, $60 for a bank team.
And how much of that goes to the veterans?
All the money raised from the tournament, bank and the boat teams, 50% of that directly goes to veterans.
Okay.
The other 50% goes back into the tournament.
Okay.
So we keep no money. And all the guaranteed money that we guaranteed, we raised all that ourselves ahead of time of this event.
Okay, that's good. Is there an online way for people to register and say, "Hey, I want to donate, even if I can't fish"? Can I donate? Is there an online link or anything?
I do not have anything set up for that, but at the event there will be something
Okay.
like a donation bucket, or if somebody wanted to directly send money to the AMVETs, they can get a hold of me and I can let them know how to go about doing it.
Okay. Do we have Alan's email or anything that we can post on there?
Well, funny you might say that. I cannot find his email. So,
Yeah, Roger. Go on.
Well, my email address is my last name, Dytmire JR at AOL.com.
I didn't get that, but
Oh, now we gotta remember how to
it's
spell it.
okay. It's okay.
DYT,
DMIRE.
yep, JR at AOL.
.com.
Well, why don't you just spell it here?
Because just go ahead.
Well, I done forgot how to spell it.
I
You already got it there. You
Yes.
have it in chat?
I'm getting ready to put it in there.
He's getting ready to put it in chat.
If someone wants to contact the post here directly, just look them up on Facebook. It's AMVET's Post 12 in Muncie.
Okay, I can remember all that. I can remember that long enough to type it out.
That's And then we can post it. We can put it in the description later on, and I can post some things on my community tab. So we'll get it out there.
Thank you.
And what
But
I'd like to
if you want to,
stress more than anything, that if somebody wants to donate and they don't want to donate to our post, I'm sure wherever they live at, there is a veteran organization that they could do the same thing.
Right.
no, there's veterans organizations everywhere. We've got,
Exactly.
I know in my area we have American Legion, we have VFWs, just any
You're from
veterans
Kentucky,
organization.
right?
So what you're saying is just any veterans organization. Doesn't have to be
Yes.
Yes.
AMVETS, doesn't have to be to your tournament, just any vet organization will do.
Yep. Yeah. Just help a veteran out. This is what we're doing. This is what I'm personally doing in my area to help.
Because I know there's a lot of organizations that have these tournaments. And, excuse me, I had to cough. And it's great. I mean, I don't normally get on anything and say, hey, I'm a veteran. But, you was on Avid Show, and you're going to be on Avid Show again. At the time, I just felt, this is tournament that's close enough that I can drive to.
Yeah.
So I would like to help in some way.
That's all about. It's about help. Not let a veteran be forgotten. That right there means more to me, but you want to come up and help a veteran organization. Thank you.
Well, like I say, I don't normally say I'm a veteran or anything. I just let it go by. But like I say, this is close enough we can drive to. I've been a member of the AMVETS before, been a member of the American Legion a couple of times, but, I felt like this is something I wanted to help out with.
Yeah, we appreciate it.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, we do plan to.
And we do plan to, if we can't compete in the tournament, we do plan on driving up and at least helping out in some way if you need extra help.
We can always use help during the gathering.
I mean,
It'd
I
be a
don't know what we'd
motorcycle
be
ride
able
that
to do,
morning.
but if we show up, just put us to work. We'd be happy to help out.
Well, thank you.
There'll also be a motorcycle ride for those who wants to ride in a motorcycle ride that morning. So, there's always something for anyone to do.
Because I mean, it sucks that there's so many veterans committing suicide just because of the things they've seen, things
Yep.
they've had to do.
Yep.
And mental health is a big thing. People don't understand how much veterans had to go through and why it bothers them.
I just got back from Washington, D.C. this past week, yesterday, matter of fact. And that was one of the top 3 subjects that congressmen and senators and the AMVET organization was pushing this past week to get something better. Time studies is over. It's time to implement something better or better.
Because as far as mental health, the government doesn't do enough. I mean,
Amen.
we ask these young men to go out and put their life on the line. And then when they come back, yeah, they get medical and dental, but, they need to have that mental health aspect as well. Because
They should be
were asked
taken
to
care
do a
of
whole lot of
fully.
things that, normally they wouldn't do.
We can program to kill, but we can't program to how to help themselves when they need the help. We ask them not to. That's the
Right.
biggest issue. They do not want to be helped, but they should.
Because, veterans during training are programmed not to feel. And
Correct.
it's hard when you get back after everything to be able to feel again because you're used to not feeling. So that creates a whole lot of problems, not only in life, but in relationships and work, because you're trained not to feel.
That's what they said. They're trained not to show. At times it's for these guys, gals to be helped.
So, I know there's the Veteran Suicide Foundation, but at your event, is there like maybe a booth or a person to talk to there? You know, just like something set up to like, hey, you know, let's hang out, let's do some sort of craft, let's do something like that. I mean, I know it's a whole benefit, but is there like a separate place at your tournament for something like that?
That can be set up and be arranged to actually we have what's called a speed box in our local area. I could probably reach out to them and see if they can have someone come out and be there that day for something on that day.
Yeah, because that would be because there may be, I mean, you know, talking to people in the area, but there may be some that have that social anxiety per se that they can't do that, but then you'll have that separate location to where they could, you know, feel comfortable.
Yeah.
I would definitely check in on that and see what I can do between now and then. Yes.
Very good idea.
Yeah, because having a private place where maybe they could just go talk and for a few minutes and say, well, this is what I had to go through. Being able to talk about it made me feel a little bit better.
Yeah.
I can put that on my check off box and get with our local VA here and see what we can do.
Yeah.
Because as a veteran, you know that you don't want to talk about the things you've had to do or what you've been trained for. And like, you just don't want to talk about it.
No.
No, they don't. They don't.
But sometimes you do need to talk because that will help you in life later.
Yeah.
Because you can't just always hold everything in.
No.
Yeah, because there were many times I sat and talked with my grandpa, and it would be things that, you know, he wouldn't just want to sit and talk to like the family with. So there were many times that we sat and talk about those things, and you know, and it helped him feel a lot better. Just a little one-on-one.
I get that myself. I'm an ambulance driver here locally. I transport veterans from their home to their VA doctor's appointment. And a lot of times a half hour, 45 minutes to an hour drive in. And sometimes I get that one-on-one where they just talk about something that's going on in their lives and the whole work. I know what you're talking about on that.
Yeah.
I mean, I was in the Marine Corps and I didn't see combat, but just the training that I've had to go through. There's a lot of times that I just don't like to laugh and stuff because it's not something to laugh about, if you understand. And because I don't like to share my feelings, it causes problems between me and Sharina because she wants to talk and I don't. Now, I've been trained not to talk, and I just don't talk.
That's the biggest thing, like I'm saying. We can train them to do what they have to do, but we don't untrain them how to be back to normal civilian life.
Yeah, right. You can't deprogram. The government doesn't deprogram veterans.
That's is the biggest thing that I'm been hearing and seeing.
Because, part of my channel name is Laughing Cat, but I really don't laugh a lot. And Sharina can tell you that. We don't, if there's something on my mind, we really don't talk. And she gets frustrated with it. And her frustration at times just really doesn't bother me because it's not supposed to. Because, just that little bit of time in boot camp and in the military, I'm not supposed to let that stuff bother me, so it still doesn't.
Well, like I
And
said, that's something that we got to work on as a nation to put out there for our veterans because they don't like to ask. But we see it as a family, as friends. We need to start stepping up and saying, helping our government say we need more.
yeah,
Studies
veterans,
is over.
once veterans get home, they do need more care than anybody realizes.
Yes, they do.
They signed the check. They signed that check to say, take care of us. It's time as a nation, as a country, for us to take care of them.
Because veterans put their life on the line. That check may not get cashed, they may come home, but they still have all that worry, all that stress, and they still have all that pressure on them because once you take that oath is never taken away.
Yep.
So the veterans, we're always constantly thinking, well, it's still my oath. That doesn't end. So, whether you've been in 20 years or 5 years, you're still thinking, it's still an oath.
I don't even know what to say. You're saying the truth. Truth has been being said for year after year after year. As it's time for our government to quit doing studies and start acting on situations to get it better.
Right, because your oath when you enlist, when you get out, no one ever says you are relieved of that duty.
No.
Once that oath is taken, that's an oath for life, in my opinion.
Yeah. It's
Whether you served in peacetime or during war, seen battle, we've all taken that oath, and no one has ever said up on the end of our enlistment or when we got injured and came home and got relieved of duty. No one ever said, all right, you're relieved of that oath. So, tournaments like this, and since this one is close to, and I can go be a part of it, that's why I said I wanted to help with this. Because there's so many veterans that do need help that won't ask for help, and they never will.
We don't even advocate and push that people come fish the tournament per se. If we can just get them to show up at the gathering and have a good meal and get a chance to win some free prizes and hang out with people and talk, that's the biggest part of it. The fishing is just a
A bonus.
bonus.
Yeah, it's just being able to have that meal with other veterans and maybe talk to another veteran about what they experienced or what they've gone through.
And there are
That
several
that can
veterans
be
that show
helpful.
up at this event.
I mean, that can be helpful.
if the veteran just won't go out for a ride for that night, I guarantee most of our guys will glad take them out for a little bit, drop back off. I don't see a problem with even doing that.
Mm-mm.
I mean, if by May, if gas prices aren't through the roof again and we can afford to bring our boat, I would be more than happy just to take a veteran out for a boat ride.
I'd be
Whether
more than happy just to sit and talk. So if I'm
Yeah.
there and I'm sign
whether
me up.
whether he fishes or not, or if she fishes or not, I'd be more than happy just to take him out for a boat ride, let them get away from their daily struggle, and just have something different.
Well, last year I think we had a couple hundred people there, so there's plenty of people to talk to.
I think that would be a great experience, not only for them, but like for me, you know, a lot.
Well, our other hope is that the city will open up their eyes and see what we're doing and see that it's such a good cause.
Because as we all know, a veteran is more apt to talk to another veteran than anybody else.
Yes, that is why I've served for all my life. My
Yeah, you,
grandpa served, and like I said, I never heard any of my grandpa's story, but I've heard people that knew my dad, grandpa, and told me about some of the stories they had.
because
And that's
they have a
that's
shared experience, whether it's
being
combat or not. But they're more willing to talk to another vet than they are anybody else.
that's why most of these organizations became out of the places for other veterans to talk to us about it.
And something like you're doing, something that's going to benefit veterans, give them a chance to get out and maybe do something that they don't have the opportunity to do in their daily life, even if it's just for one day a year. That's going to give them a chance to relax, talk to other veterans, maybe get some things off their chest.
So outside of this, do you have any other rewards that you have like made up for? Let's say there's been a veteran that's been to each one of your events, or you found a veteran that's like an older, you know what I'm saying, like some other type of reward to give to a veteran. I mean, it just, even just a piece of paper or something, just saying, hey, we see
Well,
you,
like
we
I
know
said,
you.
this is our second year,
Uh-huh.
and any new idea is be welcome. And like I said, it's just something that we just started by our seat of our pants, literally.
Okay.
But we can always do more. If people's got ideas, please ask us. And that was a wonderful idea you just offered.
Yeah, maybe do something for the oldest vet that shows up and participates or something like that.
Yeah, we can do something like that.
Maybe the veteran that traveled the farthest to participate, maybe.
We actually did that. What was it? Last year, or a year before last. Gave him, I believe it was a gas card, help him with his gas, and he directly gave it right back to us.
So like I said, we do something.
Well, at CatCon this year, we met a group of guys with, was it Warrior Catfishing?
Mm-hmm.
And they offer uh, catfishing, guided catfishing trips to veterans. And then, they said I could partake of it. And I was like, well, no, I won't do that because there's somebody else out there that would need it more than me. As long as, as well as the VA benefits. Even though the government pays for it, I don't want to use them because I know there's some vet out there that can't afford health care and they need that more than I do.
Well, let me tell you one thing about your veterans insurance and policy. By you just applying for your benefits, even though you might not use them, but by you registering for your benefits will give more credibility for your area's VA veterans to get better health care, better, more benefits, because you listed in that area. That is the most important thing that you have to do as a veteran is list your veterans for your veterans benefits, even though you might not need them. But by you registering will help promote more insurance, more benefits by saying there's people in that area, especially veterans.
Well, I've signed up with the VA before and I've let it expire, but I've got to drive 2 hours just to go through everything and redo it again. And well,
But that's what it's for. But just
There's
like
a
you were
lot of
saying,
people, I'm sure, in my same situation that, well, I'm eligible for them, but I don't want to drive that far
that's where
because
your transportation in the areas like the DAV and vets here locally will have programs that will pick you up at your door and take you to any doctor's appointments or VA registered appointments to get you there with no charge.
well, it's not that I can't afford to drive that far. I just don't want to take the time off work to go do it
That's
because I
but
live in Indiana. I would have to go to Mount Vernon, Illinois, and that's a 2 hour drive. 2 hours there, 2 hours back. That's an all day thing, and I would have to take time off work.
I'm a driver myself. I pick up veterans. I've driven as long as an hour and a half one way with 4 veterans in my van to make sure they got there to their appointment, and I did not complain about any of it. But because what ended up being, them 4 guys did not know each other. By the end of the trip, them met 4 new veterans that helped each other out from that point on. Became new friends. So it's not just saying that you're a veteran. You need help. It ain't that. It's just by saying the government sees the number of people, they will make people, like in my area here in Muncie, they put a C box where they don't have to drive that hour and a half. By you saying in your area, they put a C box in your area to cut down that drive that's halfway there. But they get to have the numbers there. That's why people need to sign up for their benefits where they can do stuff like that.
Well, we have a VA medical facility within an hour, and we've got one 30 minutes north of us. But just to sign up and renew everything, it's 2 hours, 2.5 hours away. I mean, it's not
Well,
just a simple online thing where hey, I have to renew.
but
You
that's
have to
coming.
go
I was out there
physically
on the
go.
hill this past week. I was out there on the hill. They are trying to streamline that where you can do right off your phone now. It's coming.
I mean, that would be great. I mean,
I
whether
was
I
out there on the
use
hill.
VA benefits or not, it would be nice to know that I'm signed up for them, and if I need them because I'm unemployed or whatnot, I don't have insurance through my employer. I have that to fall back on.
But like I said, the stuff. I was talking to some senators, congressmen. There were some new legislation coming up this spring. Hopefully, it goes through and where it streamlines all that. That's what they're talking about: streamline people's benefits where they can get to it and be more retro.
But anyway, I guess we've diverged off the topic.
Yes.
So how about we go over the tournament once again? Is
Okay.
anybody eligible for the tournament, or do you have to be a veteran to participate?
No, anyone.
Anyone.
And what date, Alan, is the tournament?
May 27th. Tournament starts at 8 p.m., ends at 8 a.m. with the weigh-in.
And there's just the one boat dock, so everybody knows where to go to weigh in.
Yes, the weigh-in will be right there near the water at the boat ramp.
So is it big fish, most fish, big three weigh in, or how are we determining the winner?
The most weight with 3 fish will win the first place for each division, bank and boat.
Okay.
And
Good.
there will be a separate big fish for bank and separate big fish for the boat.
Because according to the flyer I've got, guaranteed first place for 3 biggest fish is a $2,000 prize.
That's correct.
And bank fishing is a $500 prize with an entry of $60.
Yes.
And for boats, an $80 entry fee.
Yes.
And this is 8 a.m. to or 8 p.m. Excuse me, 8 p.m. to 8 a.m.
That's correct.
With what's going on at 2 p.m., Alan?
2 p.m. That's when our gathering starts. That morning, our event actually starts around 9 or 10 o'clock in the morning with the motorcycle ride. All the people on the motorcycle ride, they do their route, and they show up at our event right at 2 o'clock. And then at 2 o'clock, we go over a few special awards and some announcements, and we'll get people start eating and giving them out their door prize tickets, and we'll start getting people signed up for raffles and stuff like that, and just enjoy the afternoon with everyone eating and winning prizes and getting free door prizes.
And there's nothing members of the military like better than free food. We all got to eat.
Yep.
So that's going to be a long day for everybody.
Yes, it's a very long day, but it's very rewarding. And last year we did raise our goal of 5,000.
What's your goal for this year?
Honestly, I'd like to see 10,000.
Or are you shooting for higher?
I would like to see 10,000. I don't know if we'll get there. But we have some things that we're doing right now that's going to play into our event that day that's going to help us raise more money.
Oh, so you got surprises coming for everybody that attends.
Oh, yeah.
We're doing something right now, actually.
Well, we won't get into that. We'll just let it be a surprise for those in attendance.
Yep. I know one of the things that we're working on, I don't think it's going to happen this year. We're part of the Smackdown and Northwoods Fishing, and we reached out to him, Peter and Stacy Gaston, about helping us maybe trying to secure a fishing kayak through one of their businesses that they deal with to get their products, to see if they'd be willing to sponsor us with a free kayak that we could raffle off during the event to help raise even more money for the veteran.
No, that would be a good idea. What sponsors?
I don't know if that's going to pan out, but that's what we're working on.
Well, you can always keep trying. What sponsors
we're not giving up.
are supplying prizes this year? What kind of sponsor giveaways can we look forward to?
Well, we got a lot of fishing rods, a lot of fishing rods.
We walked away from that conference with over 20 fishing poles from it, sponsored down that weekend.
Oh,
We've
down
got, yes, we've got fishing rods from companies like Mad Cats, Big Cat Fever, Shatter Cat, B&M Poles, Whisker Seeker, TWC, and I think we got some coming from Meat Hunters.
Oh, I'm really hoping you say Rippin' Lips, because that's one of my favorite rods.
Well, we've tried to get them. We have a little hard time getting them as a sponsor, but we've tried.
Well, maybe Shereen and I can purchase a couple of Rippin' Lips rods to add to the giveaway.
Well, that's fine.
Great, thank you.
That'd be great. You don't have to. You don't have to do that.
Well, I don't have to, but yeah, I
Just
like
you guys
Rippin'
showing
Lips
up and
rods.
joining the event would be good enough.
I like Rippin' Lips rods, and that's one of my favorite rods. So, and I've got time to get them ordered and everything. So,
If we could just figure out how to get a real sponsor for this event, it'd be awesome.
yeah.
Yeah, that's
Do what?
That's a challenge.
That's a tough one.
Say that.
Huh?
Say it.
No, I just said challenge accepted. I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna look. I'm gonna search for you guys. So do the
Okay.
best I
On what, the
can.
real sponsor?
Yeah, I'll
Yeah.
talk to anybody. I'll do my best.
Yeah,
If not
I've
now,
been,
it'll happen.
yeah, I would love for a company to come in and say, hey, we want to sponsor you guys with some reels to pair with these rods and help raise some more money for the veterans.
Okay. Yeah, I'm getting ideas in my head, so I'll think of some things and I'll pass them along to you. Because one thing I like to do is help people out and get them feeling better and things like that. So
Well, I
if
can
I
tell
come
you
up,
right now, one thing we need is a lot of help.
yeah, well, here I am.
All right.
Yep.
All right. Well, do you guys have a website? I know there's a YouTube channel because I played that at the beginning of the show, but I don't know if you guys do much with that or what.
No.
Not yet.
Any
I
plans
have a
to do
YouTube
more
channel,
with
but
it?
it's my personal one. I just don't do a whole lot with it. I post some fishing and hunting stuff on there and some of my woodworking stuff that I do, but that's it.
Because the video I played at the beginning of the show, I got that from YouTube.
Yes.
So I hope you don't mind me playing that, but that
No.
was
Sure.
the best thing I could find to do the intro with.
Did you get a chance to watch the whole video?
I believe I did. May not remember all of it because I watch a lot of videos, but
Kind of gives you an insight of what we do.
Now you see, Backyard Carp, there's a start. He'd be happy to donate a reel. So you got one. So there's
Thank
one reel.
you.
So guys, if you're out there and you want to support a good cause, you could get a hold of Alan or myself if you want to donate a reel for this event.
and you put his email in a description, right?
Well, I'll put, like I said, I'll put things in the description. I'll post on my community tab, and let's see, that's in May, so
May
we
27th.
got some work to do. So we're gonna
Hey,
get some.
With my work
And-
schedule, it might be easier for them to contact you,
Okay.
and then you send me a message. I
Okay.
work
And
12-hour
Backyard
shifts in a
Carp just
factory.
lives a few miles north of us. He lives in Vincennes, so he may come up on the 27th as well.
Great.
Okay.
So is there anything you guys would like to add about your tournament and your gathering?
I got one thing. I get some questions about this every year, and they want to know. Some people want to know why we have so many sponsors.
No, you can
We
never have too many.
We had 134 sponsors last year, and we're going to be probably above that this year. And the reason is, the more sponsors I get, or we get,
The more veterans you
bigger
can help.
the bigger we grow this event, the more people that show up, that's more dollars, that's potential in their pocket that shows up at our event, which will benefit these veterans. That's why I do it.
I'm small, but I'm gonna, give what I can. So, and that's all.
That's the whole thing. It doesn't matter. You don't have to be a big time player and give 5,000. You can be a mom and pop shop and give us a T-shirt. It does not matter. You are the same sponsor just as someone else.
All right, since Backyard Carp is willing to donate a reel, Shereen and I will donate an Abu Garcia reel as well.
Well, thank you.
Look, guys, there's two. Two.
We're not a reel sponsor, but we will sponsor a reel for. I tell you what, we will sponsor a reel for the bank angler that wins.
Okay.
That sounds great.
Actually, what we have set up during our tournament, Mad Catz actually sponsored 4 rods just for the tournament. 2 rods go to the winner for the first place of the boat. 2 go to the first place of the bank team. So there's 2 rods that go to the first place team.
I can't. I don't know if we can do 4 reels.
No,
Two for
don't
each
do
winner,
that.
but we'll do one for the bank angler that wins. And Abu Garcia.
Well, would you rather do it maybe one for whoever the biggest catfish, and we'll put a rod with it for the bank team?
All right,
That
that's
sounds-
fine.
Okay, yeah.
That'll work.
That way, if a boat team wins and there's got 3 guys on it, and they're all fighting over the one reel.
Yeah. Okay, that sounds great.
Or we can just donate it, and you can do it as a raffle, however you see fit.
Okay.
Be a door prize, whatnot.
Yeah.
That way, there's no one fighting over the reel. It's just whoever wins wins.
Most of our higher end prizes that we get, we try to raffle them off and make some money off of them. So that's money that we make for the veterans during our event.
Well, okay, we will donate an Abu Garcia Pro rocket of some sort, and you guys can do whatever you wish to do with it. Whether you want to give it as a prize or a raffle, it's up to you guys.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you. But yeah, we would really love to see a real company come on board with us, but it seems like it's pulling like pulling teeth.
Yeah, I'm sure it is. But Shereen is good at talking people into things.
I'll try. I'll try my best.
I mean, she talked me into getting married.
Hey,
If you didn't want to, you wouldn't done it.
see?
Well, I do love her, and so I wanted to do it, but I wanted it to be her idea.
You know what the hardest part of all this is trying to do is find the right person who to ask for what you're wanting.
Right.
That is difficult.
It is.
It is. I mean, you got to ask the right person at the right time, get them in the right mood, and they're willing to do anything you want.
Yeah, and unfortunately, there's so many of these veterans-based benefit things out there, and some of them are crooked and just downright awful as far as they keep the money for themselves and stuff. But we want everybody to know that this is 100% going to veterans. We are a 100% nonprofit organization.
But I had ordered some Ripping Lips rods last year, and one of the main guys called me to tell me that they didn't have the rod I wanted. So maybe I can find that number and talk to him and see if maybe we can get him to actually donate some rods. But if he doesn't, Shereen and I will add a couple of Ripping Lips rods to the giveaways, door prizes, however you want to do them.
All right. Thank you. Yeah, we just hope you guys come down and enjoy the event.
Yeah, we'll come up. You're 3.5 hours away from us. Depending on gas prices, we may drag the boat up there, but my truck gets 10 miles a gallon when I'm dragging the boat, so
Ooh.
Yeah, I'd like
we may just drive up and help out. All
I'd
those,
like to
I know
do that.
Sharina likes to fish for carp,
yeah.
and there's some big carp in this reservoir.
Ooh, yay.
But it's a catfish tournament.
Hey,
Yeah, but it's a catfish tournament.
Well, she
Hey,
can
it doesn't
fish for
matter what you catch.
catfish. She just prefers carp.
well, that one catfish tournament, what did we get? A huge gar.
Yeah.
So, but we were having fun though. So,
Yeah,
And
that's what
we're
it's
not
about.
experienced with fishing lakes. We've got the river outside, and that's what we're used to fishing. Fishing without current is foreign to us.
We understand that. Matter of fact, we got a river that runs on the backside of the reservoir.
Is that part of the competition?
Unfortunately, no.
yeah, we'll
Well,
go back there.
see, that's where we would do our best.
The river actually does run through this reservoir. That's how it's created.
Well, so as long as I start out in the lake and make my way into the river, we're good, right?
You can't get to the river. There's a dam.
Dang it. I had a plan.
You're
I
trying.
had a
You're
plan.
trying.
All right, guys, it's you guys are going to be on Avid Show again, right? When is that going to be?
Near the end of April, first part of May.
Okay, any shout outs you guys want to make before we end this? We've been what, an hour or something now? Hour and
Yeah.
11 minutes?
I just want to thank all of our sponsors, everyone that comes and helps us put this event on every year. If you're thinking about coming, you've never been, I highly encourage you to come. At least come and hang out with us, get a free meal, and see what we're about, why we're doing it.
Now, if any of you in chat wanna sponsor any kind of prize, just get a hold of Sharina there to email, and we'll get that to Alan and let him know.
Yeah, we appreciate it.
Yes, we will. Thank you guys.
Thank you, guys.
If
Thank
you
you.
want to donate money, get a hold of Sharina, and we'll pass on your information to Alan. He can get a hold of you or somehow, and we'll get everything worked out. Want to be outdoors? The tournament is Saturday, May 27th at Prairie Creek Reservoir in Selma, Indiana, from 8 p.m. to 8 a.m. But there is a motorcycle ride from 9 to 2. At 2, there is a what would you call it, a barbecue? Meet and greet?
Yep, pretty much.
Very much.
So, Matt, if you want to come from, where's he at, Arkansas? If you want to come from Arkansas to Indiana to compete, go ahead.
I thought he was in Iowa.
Well, he's in one of those states past Mississippi.
One of
Pretty
those
sure it's
states.
Arkansas.
Okay.
All right, guys. Remember, Saturday,
Hey, Mark.
May 27th. And look for Catfish Pirates again on Avid Show. What?
Thanks again, guys, for having us.
Yeah, thank you.
Well, we appreciate you guys coming on. We'll do what we can to help.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
So
Thanks
far,
for
you've
coming on,
got
guys.
2 rods and 2 reels being donated from here. So we'll get with you guys
right.
and arrange
Thanks,
all that.
man.
Yeah, and you can distribute those as a prize for winning, or as a raffle, or however you want to do it.
And if there's anything else that you got, if you want to come on the show, or if you want to just, do something, just let me know and we can work something out.
All right,
All right.
we will.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
It looks like Want to Be Outdoors says he will donate a Trophy Cat tackle rod on behalf of Arkansas,
The Fallen Outdoors.
the Fallen Outdoors.
All right.
Well, thank you.
So, Matt, get a hold of Sharina with the information, and she will forward that to Alan. And Alan will get in contact with you, and we'll get everything arranged. Appreciate that, Matt. Want to Be
Yeah, thank
Outdoors
you.
is is another one of our veterans.
All right. Well,
All right, guys. Well,
Great show,
we'll
guys,
end it
and-
now. Everybody,
Everybody-
thanks for coming in. Backyard Carp, thanks for donating a reel. Matt, thanks for donating a
all.
rod.
everybody have a great night.
Everybody have a great night.
You too. Thanks.